Greetings, this is Antonio C. Wicks, your Chief Encouragement Officer, and today's video is entitled, Would You Take Out a Mortgage to Rent an Apartment? I had a discussion with a friend of mine recently, and he laughed when I said it initially, but when I explained it to him, he began to understand that this is what most of us are taught from birth to do. And this is pretty much why only 5% of people at the age of 65 in the United States retire financially independent. And this is what I mean. We are taught to be at the pinnacle of success, to be in the upper tier of successful people. We should go to school, graduate high school, go to college, and from college, we're able to move into a higher income bracket within some facet of corporate America. Now, I'm not talking about attorneys, doctors, lawyers, those who go to obtain a degree to work in a profession. But I mean, by and large, what we're taught is to go to college to get a degree. When we attend college, the typical path is through student loans. Now, those student loans can last anywhere from 5 to 20 plus years after the person graduates from college. So essentially, that 4-year education is mortgaged over a 5 to 20-year period. And that is used to then get into a corporate position where we rent income because we have no ownership. And so we have this student loan payment. We're renting income from an employer, and the average tenure in the 21st century is anywhere from 3 to 6 years at a position. And this is why I mentioned in the previous video that typically we will work somewhere until we're too old to do what we do at our job, or we will work there until our employer feels that we're too old to work in that capacity at that job. And so what I want to propose is making a tweak or an adjustment to the educational model, the career model of getting a mortgage for education to rent income from an employer. And it is this. Take a moment to obtain or consider obtaining a license or a certification. This is what's cool about being a doctor or an attorney, because your income is tied to your licensure. So as long as you maintain your licensure, you have access to income. You can do that same thing without going to law school or med school, simply by getting a trade license. Specifically, I work in financial services, so as long as I keep up my licensing and continuing education, the clients that I've served with those licenses, they will continue to pay me. But in addition to that, there's another layer that I'll talk about in the next video that we can add to the licensure. So in closing, I am very pro-education of any type. But my suggestion is, if we're going to consider mortgaging an education to obtain a position where we're renting income from an employer because we have no ownership, then let's supplement that game plan with a license or a certification. And stay tuned for part 7, or for day 7 on the 100 Days to a Better You, because what we're going to do is talk about how we can compound our efforts once we obtain that license. Now, to find out what the path is for obtaining the license, there's a video link in the description. You can click on it. It's only 2 minutes long. At the end, it'll ask for your contact information, and you'll be connected with me. But in the meantime, if you take issue with what I've proposed, if you have another viewpoint, another perspective, listen, put it in the comments. Okay, we're here to learn together, to get better together, and to grow together. So comment on the video, like the video, and consider subscribing to the channel. So we'll see you on our next installment on 100 Days to a Better You. Have a great day. God bless.